Ever wondered what shapes a Protea? Well, we caught up with the team to find out their philosophies that dictate their approach to work and life. Watch.
Going into bat, the first thing you're going to do is try and assess what kind of conditions you're going to be encountering. I think that's the responsibility of the opening batters, and that's what I try and do. I mean, take a few overs just to have a feel of what's the bounce like, what's the pace like, what is the swing, and to communicate that back to the change room. So that's what kind of as basic as I try and keep it.
Yeah, definitely. I think each time I put on the jersey, I say a little prayer, and obviously I was God to be with me. And I think for me, representing so many people back home, it's a massive honour, like I said before. And I think having that responsibility in the shoulder sometimes obviously could get a bit much. But I think when I go out there, I know there's a lot of people obviously behind me.
Just tell myself actually before I go out that I've done the work and I need to trust my skills. I think as soon as you start thinking about the game or try to complicate things, you're going down the wrong avenue.
Just to try and keep it as simple as possible, and by doing that, I've got a saying to myself: just watch the ball. And by simplifying it in that way, I think my sole focus is on watching the ball. And you speak to any quality batsman, they say the measure of success is determined by how simple you keep things.
I know my family's behind me. I know obviously God's got my back, and I think that's all I need to know when I step across the boundary. So yeah, I think I represent a lot of people back home, and that's what I want obviously them to know. And each time I walk out there, I want to do so obviously knowing that I've got their backs.
These days, you may get through and get some runs, or you may not. So I don't try and look too far ahead. It's just to try and assess as quick as possible, and to just get a bit of communication going.
For me, the most important thing is to really just calm myself down, take a couple of deep breaths, and just focus on really competing. Just to focus on each ball I bowl, not to look too far ahead, and just enjoy and compete.
Look, it's not always possible because your mind is racing most times, and the pressure can get to you, the surroundings can get to you. There's so many things that add to the pressures that come with playing international cricket. So again, for me, it's just about keeping it as simple as possible. And as I said, it's not always the case, but that's the aim.
No, there's no pep talk. I mean, at the moment, I try and react to whatever comes. It's just to try and play each ball in its merit. It's as basic as that. I mean, I don't repeat anything to myself. It's just to try and watch the ball and play it as accordingly.